When darkness falls across the land, a quiet descends. We often see an animal pause in the dim light, a fox in a field, a deer at the edge of the woods, even our own cat by the window. They become perfectly still. It is easy for us to mistake this stillness for something else. We might think the animal is lost in thought. We might believe it is frozen by fear. But this common assumption misses a deeper truth. This pause is not a sign of confusion. It is a moment of intense focus and calculation. If you're enjoying this, please like and subscribe for more night wildlife stories. This stillness is a deliberate act, a fundamental tool for survival. When an animal stops moving at night, it is not shutting down. In fact, it is switching on a very special system, ancient, powerful, and incredibly effective. It allows the creature to gather vital information from the world around it. The silence and lack of motion are not weaknesses. They are the cornerstones of a brilliant strategy. A strategy that kept species safe for millions of years. The night is a world of shadows and secrets. What we perceive as a simple, quiet moment is anything but. For the animal, it is a critical juncture, a sound, a scent, a flicker of movement in the periphery. At the heart of this behavior is a simple, three-part mechanism. We can call it the freeze, assess, decide switch. Freeze, assess, decide. It is an instinctual process, a reflex as automatic as breathing. The first step is to freeze. All movement ceases instantly. It's the off switch for action, the on switch for perception. The animal becomes a statue. It blends into the background. It makes no sound or disturbance. This initial freeze is the most important step. It creates a baseline of silence. That silence lets the animal's senses work without interference. The second part of the switch is to assess. Held perfectly still, the brain goes into overdrive. It's no longer busy with walking or running. All resources focus on gathering and processing information. The ears swivel to pinpoint a sound. The eyes scan for any hint of motion. The nose draws in the air, searching for scents. It's an active, meticulous investigation, a swift collection of evidence. When this survival switch flips, the animal's body undergoes a series of rapid and remarkable changes. These are not visible on the surface, but they are profound. The heart rate does not simply stop or slow in a simple way. It can enter attentive bradycardia, a controlled slowing that stabilizes the body and sharpens the senses. This calm, steady rhythm prepares the body for a sudden burst of extreme activity. Fight, flee. It is a state of coiled, ready potential. Breathing patterns shift dramatically. Deep, regular breaths give way to shallow, almost imperceptible breathing. Sometimes the animal holds its breath for a few critical seconds. Benefit 1. Near total silence. Respiration removed from the soundscape. Benefit 2. Hearing becomes exceptionally acute. Without internal breathing noise, the faintest external sounds can be detected and analyzed. The body appears frozen, but the muscles are far from relaxed. Muscles enter a state of readiness, primed for immediate action. Muscles tense like a compressed spring, holding vast potential energy. That is why an animal can go from still to full speed in a fraction of a second. The decision to move comes from the brain. The body is ready to execute instantly. This muscular readiness makes the freeze a strategic advantage, not a vulnerability. The whole sequence is a symphony conducted by the nervous system. It happens in an instant, faster than conscious thought. An animal can be mid-stride, one paw lifted when a sound triggers the switch. That paw freezes as the body locks into place. The advantages of darkness. Night changes all the rules of survival. The world, once dominated by sight, becomes a realm of sound and shadow. In the low light of the moon or stars, vision is severely limited for many creatures. Share your thoughts below. Have you seen animals freeze like this? Comment your story. Shapes lose their sharp edges. Colors fade to gray. A predator or prey animal that relies solely on its eyes is at a great disadvantage. Movement, which is so easy to track in daylight, becomes a subtle flicker in the dark, difficult to confirm. This makes other senses far more important for navigating the world safely after sunset. This is why stillness becomes such a powerful weapon at night. A moving animal is a noisy animal. The crunch of dry leaves, the snap of a twig, the swish of grass are all sounds that travel clearly in the quiet of the night. These sounds act like a beacon, announcing the animal's location to anyone or anything that might be listening. By freezing, an animal instantly erases its own sound signature from the environment. It effectively becomes invisible to the ears of a predator. It can hear without being heard, a life-saving advantage. The subtle language of the freeze. You can learn to recognize the signs of this survival switch if you watch closely. The behaviors are often small, but they are all connected. One of the most common signs is the freeze itself, often happening mid-action. An animal might stop with one foot raised off the ground, its body locked in an unnatural-looking pose. This is not a mistake or a moment of clumsiness. It is the switch flipping at the precise moment a new stimulus was detected. The body halts exactly where it was to avoid making another sound. Another key behavior is a change in posture. Many animals will lower their bodies, crouching closer to the ground. A cat will flatten itself. A rabbit will press its belly to the earth. A deer might sink slightly into a crouch. It makes the animal's silhouette smaller and less conspicuous, helping it blend in with the terrain. It also lowers the animal's center of gravity, preparing it to spring into action and making it a more stable, less vulnerable target. This low posture is a clear signal of heightened assessment. A guide for those who watch and care. Understanding this natural behavior is especially important for those of us who share our lives with pets. You have likely seen this switch in your own dog or cat. Perhaps your dog freezes suddenly in the backyard during a late-night outing, staring into the darkness. Or maybe your cat stops dead on the windowsill, its body rigid as it watches something you cannot see. Your first instinct might be to call its name loudly, to pull on the leash, or to rush over and see what is wrong. It is crucial to resist this urge. When your pet freezes, it is not being stubborn or disobedient. It is obeying a deep, ancient instinct. It has detected something that requires its full attention. By interrupting this process, you can do more harm than good. A sudden noise or touch from you can startle the animal, breaking its concentration and flooding its system with stress hormones. You are effectively shouting during its moment of intense listening. This can increase its anxiety, as it was prevented from finishing its assessment of a potential threat. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share to support more wildlife explainers.